Alright, what's up? Welcome back, everyone, to more Beastiklees and Assassin's Creed Origins. Once again, continue on with the post-record commentary, if you haven't already guessed that information. I probably had about like 10 episodes that had the audio issues that I did. Um, so yeah, we'll be dealing with that there for the next couple. But let's go ahead and move forward with
She's in hiding.
this
Who
quest
are you?
here.
Interested in Homeric verse, eh? This way, please. I am Aya's cousin, Phanos.
Ah, yes, Thanos. Nice to meet you in person. Tell me what is happening with Aya. Why are you being so discreet?
Gennadios sent his men on a house-to-house search. Often they drag people into the street and torture them for information. Typical of the system we live under.
Gennadios.
A monster. The Philakitae of Alexandria. He is ravaging the city to find her.
And where is she now?
I have a very powerful friend, Apollodorus. No doubt you have heard of him.
I have not.
You will. In any case, he made a hiding place available to Aya after she ran into trouble.
But what happened? You do not answer me.
It is a mess of political intrigue. She will explain all, fear not.
Alright, so we go ahead and continue on following him to the location of Aya.
Look! There's
Phanos.
He thinks he's a poet.
So that's someone that I actually need to go back and
This is as far as I go. The way to Aya is found in the monument ahead.
let's see, I need to actually look up Phanos to see, is he someone from history that's of note? I'm not exactly sure.
Right there. Have a little
So I'm trying to do a leap of faith into this here. But as you can see, it doesn't seem to want to do that. Also, we notice that the era of these pillars here are Corinthian off the architecture. Once again, still not doing a leap of faith into the well, so I just gave up and did this. So I decided to check out if there was any type of treasure or loot that we could find on the way here looking for Aya. And we find ourselves inside what looks like somewhat of like a ruined tomb or something.
I missed you.
Never again should we spend months apart. We only have each other. Without him, what?
Let us be together. Us two. Each to each.
So here we find apparently Bayek's wife.
I have news.
You are scarred by justice.
I bludgeoned Medunamun with this.
I hate that we have to do these things. But I am grateful that you did.
If I am honest, I took pleasure in it.
So we're getting ourselves a nice shave here.
I've missed your touch.
I have missed touching you. I killed as well. Actaeon. I hunted him down and discovered a mask in his room. When he returned, I forced him to wear it. Then I thrust this knife through his eye slits.
Aya.
But I was careless. Another of the masked ones tracked me to my home. It was even more difficult.
We have one more. Then, we will be done.
Look at this. I took it from Actaeon. Apollodorus tells me it is a papyrus from the Royal Council, which means the snake is in Ptolemy's court.
How does this Apollodorus know these things?
He has informants everywhere, because of his work with Cleopatra.
Cleopatra?
So here we know that Cleopatra exists in this timeline, and this is probably a character that we're probably going to be meeting at some point.
Yes. She plans to take back the throne. She wants the snake dead as much as we do. And she trusts me. She gave me this to slit his throat. It's an ancient blade that killed the tyrant Xerxes. A weapon of justice.
Ingenious. I will go to the palace and discover who uses the seal of the snake. And I will use this.
And now we have our first hidden blade finally.
You'll find plenty of information in the Royal Scribe's office. He spends his time at the bathhouse. Go search the palace while he's away.
And you?
I cannot leave here as long as Gennadios walks the streets. He is determined to kill me.
In addition to the snake, I will see what I can learn of this Gennadios and silence him.
Discover who the snake is and show him the face of death. I'll meet you at the Paneum when you have killed both the snake and Gennadios.
My heart aches until I see you again.
As does mine.
What's this?
That leads to the docks. I can't believe Thanos had you go through the pit. As does mine.
So, turns out there was a gate that we could have just come in this whole time. But I don't know, some type of discreetness. So now we're taking just outside here, and nice cover into that area too. I decided to take a look, where exactly were we in relation. And also I'm noticing here that the assassination attempt on the snake is a level 12, and I just hit level 7. So it was brought to my attention that, obviously there are level ranges within these areas, so I decided to go ahead and travel back to Siwa and complete everything that I could find in Siwa as far as quests go before moving forward with that, because obviously this is not a game that you can just continue doing story mission after story mission. You have to do almost kind of a little bit of everything just to make sure that you have, that you're within the correct level range. I wasn't about to go into something that was almost twice my level range just to see how difficult it was. I imagined that it would have given me a pretty good amount of challenge, so I wasn't about to, let myself get into that mess of trouble. So here we are back in Siwa, and we're going to go ahead and continue with, I believe it was something called Bayek's Promise. And I'm checking out all of this information here. Yeah, a lot of these are, at least level 10 and up. Except for that ambush at the temple, which I could have done, but I decided, let's go ahead and do that first. Found a good new shield here. Debating whether or not if I wanted to get the higher defense shield or keep the shield that I already have because of the buffs that it had on it. Apparently I have a hard time deciding, but ultimately I decided to go with the shield that was my same level until I was able to upgrade the one that the snake shield. Checking out what other types of weapons that I had here. So now I'm moving on forward to that mission over there. Or no, actually, I finally realized I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory here, so I wanted to try and find a merchant of some sort so that I could try and sell it and clear up my inventory. Also just kind of taking a look at the map and what types of points of interest were around me. See, the Ptolemy statue and the fact that it's marked on my map, you know, gave me pause of something that I wanted to interact with. So first we're heading over to this Weaver merchant and gonna go ahead and lighten some of my load here. Oh yeah, and I was reminded of the fact that I had a ability point to spend, just deciding what I wanted to do with it. Overpowers are pretty awesome. So yeah, right here I found that this is actually quite a good timing, that I was trying to find a merchant, so I decided, you know, why not, let's get, you know, some better prices out of what we sell to the merchants.
Here, traveler. Come to trade? Hier. Behuie, kofmeshafe, retentie, tot. Ahem khatemu.
Via Ferino. Sheme agreed. Ferino. Big IF Jimmy. Agreed. Done.
So that one was able to sell all my trinkets to. Just decided to check out the outfits. Once again, outfits, all cosmetic. They do nothing for, you know, any type of buffs to your combat or stealth or anything like that. So really you're kind of on an even playing ground when it comes to that there. So right here, I believe I was trying to look for the Ptolemy statue just to see what type of interaction allowed for it, because I mean it's marked on my map, you know, obviously you assume that there's something you can do with that. For some reason I didn't realize that it was standing right there, so I decided to mark it. And just trying to figure out, it's like, okay, there's nothing to interact with. So then I figured, wait a second, we don't really like Ptolemy, do we? So I decided to start attacking it, and clearly that was the thing to do. To what end? I have absolutely no idea with the destroying the Ptolemy statues. I'm not exactly sure. You know, it gives me experience points, so, you know, why not do it? I'm not exactly sure, however, to what end that is useful in doing, in destroying the Ptolemy statues. Just checking out the map, seeing, you know, the loot that are around the area, the waypoints that I need to unlock. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and move forward with Bayek's Promise. And for some reason I found it necessary to run over there. Yeah, why did I run all the way over to it instead of calling my mount? Okay, there we go. Now I got wise. Still not quite sure about the whole following the road, or you know, the auto run on it. I still have yet to actually play around with it. In my opinion, from the way I've been playing so far, it doesn't really seem all that useful. I just prefer to run in the direction that I want to go myself, or seems fine enough to control. So here you go. We have located the Moonstone Circle.
My son, you wanted the stars. The stone circles show the gods' places in the sky. Your grandfather once told me they also show our place in the world.
I'm going to find every stone circle, the Sphinx and the pyramids too. And I'll find my place.
And you will have them.
So here we come to realize that the stones are placed to mirror, looks like constellations here. So here we go, trying to figure out, you know, what stars seem to match this shape.
Papa, why are there so many stars?
A moon. So with this part, I'm not exactly sure why it gives you the chance to interact with again, because it literally just shows you what you've already located. So I think that might be something that they might need to patch out, is once you've located it, why give you the chance to interact with it again? I guess unless you just want to see the constellations. I have no idea. But here, you know, we find out that, you know, this quest seems to just be a quest for a side collectible. I'm not exactly sure what it unlocks, finding all the stone circles, but you know, obviously that is something that I will be eventually doing. Samurai Jack, I thought that was pretty funny. So once again, just checking out, you know, what is there to offer in Siwa, just making sure, you know, are there any other side missions that I haven't located. Looks like I, for the most part, have cleared out Siwa as far as missions go. However, as we can see, you know, didn't really get much experience out of that. But we can track by X Promise. You get 3,000 experience points, pretty good. I decided to ping it on my map just to see, you know, does it ping the locations, but I don't see any type of waypoints. It's just kind of something that's there, and obviously there's, I'm assuming, at least one stone circle in each of these provinces here. So, you know, found out, okay, that's not something that we want to do, so let's go ahead and move forward with something that we can actually interact with. I guess I'm taking the time to look at what do we have available. And we go with ambush in the temple. Not like sure what I was doing here. Probably reading the... yeah, I don't quite remember what I did, what I was doing at the time of this. Oh, wait a second. Now I just realized. I decided to move forward with ambush at the temple. So we'll go ahead and end that there, and I'll see you next time.